And joining me now is Section Chief Kenichi Haskett of the Los Angeles County Fire Department. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are so sorry for what you and your community are going through right now.
Thank you.
What is the status of your efforts to fight these fires right now?
Currently, today we're taking advantage of, as your weather meteorologist mentioned earlier, the subsiding of the winds, or the winds are manageable in the sense that we can get our aircraft up in the air. Unfortunately, we had to ground Quebec 1. That's one of our most valuable air assets that's able to scoop water from the ocean, instantly turn around and dump it on the fire immediately. Because somebody was illegally flying a drone. So we're pivoting and using the other air assets we have. My understanding is Canada, Quebec loaned us 2 more after that plane has been grounded and it's in for service. My understanding is that they might have to replace the entire wing. So I have to stress the importance of please keeping your drones outside of our TFR. That's a temporary flight restriction area. So the aircraft that you see there does not hit a drone. If it hits a drone or if it's an unmanned aircraft, it could land in populated areas under an emergency landing. So please, please, please do not fly your drones in our airspaces. That includes all the fires in Southern California.
Well, it's a really important message, and I hope people hear it. I hope they heed this warning that you are giving. In addition to potentially dealing with drones, what are the other main challenges you're facing as you fight these fires?
Our firefighters are adaptive, resilient. They will work like some of the guys that I talked to yesterday that got off the line. They were on the line at 10:10 on Tuesday morning when they got the 911 call to go to the Palisades, and they came off the line yesterday afternoon. So they were working resiliently. They were working literally their rear ends off to make sure they protect your communities. We need people to give us patience. There are a lot of down power lines. The infrastructure has been destroyed. This wasn't a fire storm. This was a fire disaster, a storm to the extent that has destroyed thousands of homes. And tragically, and my condolences go to those families, just on the Palisades, unfortunately, we've lost 2 lives, which is tragic. And then on the Eden, my understanding is we've lost 6 lives. That is something our firefighters do not want to see. Our number 1 priority is to make sure people get out safe. We have multiple evacuation warnings issued adjacent to the fires that you're seeing here. We need people to understand if you're in a warning, you need to be packed, ready to go if an order is issued immediately. When an order is issued, it doesn't mean it's time to start getting ready to go. It means you get in the car and you go. You have your bag already packed. You have your medications packed. You have your animals and their carriers already in the car. So you just grab everything and you go. That helps save lives. That helps keep people getting injured. And what that does is it keeps firefighters on the front line, protecting your homes and your communities so they don't have to do life rescues. But we will do life rescues, and that's what we did Tuesday night. We did hundreds of life rescues because people were trapped.
Your crews have been working around the clock. I know you're getting help from some neighboring states, but how are your crews holding up?
They're exhausted. That's why we need our firefighters from our mutual aid system to come in and help support us. The crews I mentioned yesterday that were on what I call initial attack, the IA, we're in an extended attack. They were in initial attack for 3 days with the response of the magnitude of fires we had. They're exhausted, so we're very grateful. And we're lucky to have the mutual aid system to bring in firefighters, not just throughout the state of California, but from our adjoining states, as well as firefighters from out of the country as well. So we're very grateful and thankful that they're coming in to help support us.
And of course, there have been all of these questions about the water supply. President Biden said yesterday one of the reasons for the water issues was the utility company cutting power to keep the fire from spreading. We do know power companies have been blamed for previous wildfires in California. Can you help us understand what we should take from this? Is that part of what happened? How do you see the issue?
This was a disaster of a magnitude that the city and the county of Los Angeles have never seen before. I've worked for this department since 1994. I've been in multiple wildland fires with CAL FIRE, rostered as an incident management team, public information officer. I haven't seen the amount of devastation to this magnitude in the urban interface. Usually we're dealing with urban and wildland interface. We're dealing with the city of Los Angeles. This is a city, a populated city. Los Angeles County, one of the most populated counties in the nation. I say that because, to go back to your original question, the water, you put that many resources in that quick of a period of time, pumping over 1,000 gallons of water per minute out of a hydrant, it's going to draw down the system. The capacity of the systems anywhere in the world can't handle the magnitude of the disaster we saw. So firefighters are not going to point blame. We're going to continue to fight the fire. We're going to continue to do what we can and adapt and overcome and keep people safe, get them out and fight this fire with what we have. And if we don't have what we have or what we need or creature comforts, like a fire hydrant at full capacity, we will adapt and overcome and get this fire out.
All right, Chief Haskett, thank you. Hackett, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your insights, and please continue to stay safe. We really appreciate it. Our thoughts are with you and your community. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.